What is up, BookTube? It's your boy Spooky Noodles back with some books. So, this is book mail, and it's actually going to be a thicky book mail this time. So, the first book I have here is by Patrick C. Harrison III. And here it is, Cemetery Days. It's a very small book, but it comes with a bookmark and a Pennywise sticker. And it's signed. As you can see there. So, this is number 69. Nice. 69 of 100 copies. This is for Mom. I present to you my only real love story so far. And this one comes in at 57 pages, but as you can see, the font's pretty gigantic. So, it's probably like a novelette, I would guess. Let me read the back for you guys. 8-year-old James, shush. 8-year-old Clara Mixon was in love with a boy named Alan Rigby, and he didn't mind her so much either. But during the biannual cemetery days in Wolf City, Texas, their hearts would be pushed to their limits in the shadow of a monster. And I'm guessing that monster is a Sasquatch, because the cover says so. So that's the first book I got, and it's teeny tiny. Tiny. Just for show you the next book, it's tiny. And this is a normal paperback from the back in the day. So this one's The Rage by Jack Ramsay. Ramsay. So The Rage. It began in the French countryside. A fox and a dog grappled. A man got bitten, fell sick, died. The dog ended up next in the stables of the Count's estate. Little Emma loved animals and thought nothing of petting the dog. Her family thought nothing of bringing the dog back with them to their home in England. And so began the epidemic that swept England. Epidemics of terrifying proportions as people and animals struggled in the convulsive death throes of rabies. Lambert Diggory refused to believe his daughter suffered from more than a virus. But when journalist Andrew Stern began to investigate the strange reports of illness, he learned that Diggory's daughter had more than a virus, and that Diggory himself was much more than a well-paid civil servant. Stern himself, invertebrate bachelor, perennial cynic, found his own world turned inside out in his quest for a cause of the rabies. But when he put together all the pieces of the story and of himself, it was too late. Time had run out. Jack Ramsay's The Rage. And I just want to show you how cool the cover is. Pretty cool cover. Next we have H.P. Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness and Other Tales of Terror. So this is part of a 3-book collection that has H.P. Lovecraft stories in it. This one's main story is At the Mountains of Madness, which I still haven't read yet, I don't believe. And I think it has more than just that story. I could be wrong. Let me see here. At the Mountains of Madness from page 1 to 111. Then you get The Shunned House from 111 to 139. The Dreams in the Witch House 139 to 178. And then The Statement of Randolph Carter, which goes all the way from page 178 all the way to 184. So yeah, but I'll read the back for you anyways. The Horror in the Ice. The barren, windswept interior of the Antarctic plateau was lifeless, or so the expedition from Miskatonic University thought, until they found the strange fossils of unheard of creatures, and the carved stones, tens of millions years old. And finally, the mind-blasting terror of the City of the Old Ones. Here is one of H.P. Lovecraft's greatest stories, a novel of magnificently wrought terror, together with his famous Dreams in the Witch House and other short fiction. Bam. I probably should put this back in the plastic, so that's what I'm going to do. So just give me 1 second as I do this. But how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing good. I know I have been a mixed bag as of late. I have been both good and bad. I go back to work soon, and I'm hella nervous for that. So, but we'll see how that ends up. All right, next book we have is Rick Hatala's Mountain King. Now, I've owned this book before, but I'm pretty sure I no longer own it, so I went and got it myself. Let me read it to you. The mountain stood proud and alone, shrouded in mist and snow, and surrounded by legends and fear. Some said a demon resided on the rocky slopes, an unholy thing that periodically emerged from the mist to claim a life. Mark Newman had hiked the trails of the mountain's peak many times. He'd heard the tales, but he didn't believe them. Mark learned to believe the tales on the terrible day his friend disappeared in a sudden, blinding snowstorm while the two of them were on the mountain. On that day, Mark witnessed something he knew couldn't be real, something hideous lurking near the summit, something that would kill again and again. Also included in this edition, 3 bonus short stories. Woo, that means this isn't as long as I thought it was going to be. Let's see here. Let's see, so the actual story of the Mountain King is 293 pages, so that's not too bad. I could probably knock out the Mountain King. And yeah, Rick Hatala is Rick Hatala is an amazing author. He wrote Chills, which I absolutely adored. He also wrote Little Brother, which I liked. So he hasn't missed with me yet, and I can't wait to read some of this. It's a big one. So, and then finally we have I Found Puppets Living in My Apartment Walls by Ben Farthing. So I've already read this book, actually, but I wanted this copy because this is a special copy, and I wanted a signed edition for my bookshelf, so might as well get the special copy. There's only a certain amount of these, and mine has a bunch of, like, pen stabs in the back of it. But, that's okay. It says here, For Nicholas, thanks for being a strange reader. It says reader. Yeah, reader. And then it says Ben Farthing. 122 of 125. So I got one of the last copies. So if you want to be one of the last 3 people to own one of these, better get on it. It's on Etsy. So, but yeah, let me read the back for you guys. Also, by the way, this is the Books of Horror Indie Brawl edition. So, can you tell me how to get out alive? Johnny awakes. A puppet looms over his bed. He recognizes the furry monster. Grandpa was its puppeteer on the children's television show Our City Street. But Grandpa went missing a year ago. He disappeared from this very apartment building, which was converted from the Our City Street studio. Desperate to see Grandpa again, Johnny follows the puppet inside the building's walls, ever deeper into the puppet-infested labyrinth. Yeah, that was a pretty good book. But with that being said, those are the books I got. Hopefully they're the right side up. Those are the books I got. And, yeah. That's all I got to say today. Those are the books I got. I don't got nothing else to say. So I got a few things to say, actually, now that I think about it. I have a book coming out very soon. It's called Grayscale. And I also have another book coming out called Tales for Your Reduction. So be on the lookout for those books in the next coming months. I'm also republishing Chihuahua and Centipede, which should come out very soon. And, yeah. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Hope you have a spooky night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys.